And we're more than likely live. Are we? I think we are. This is BUB'S Comics coming at you with the No Faces Comic Chat. With me, as always, we have the great Metarog. Say, hey there, Roger.
Greetings, everyone. Great to be here once again after we missed last week due to unfortunate circumstances. So great to be here with Jambo, too, as well. Always a pleasure to be on with this great gentleman.
Oh, you let the cat out of the bag. Roger. All right. Say hey, Jambo.
Hello, guys.
Oh, that's a nice setup. I'll just leave it on this for the rest of the night.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah, those, the comics there are amazing, man.
Oh, the comics are amazing. Yes.
Yeah,
that's what Bub was concentrating on there.
All I was talking about, Roger. Thank you very much.
What can I say, man? You know, there are some things that even that distract me more than female form. What can I say?
All right. Well, with us in the chat we have Scott424. I wonder what the 424 stands for. You think that's an area code, or is he so old that might be a social security number? I don't know what the story is with Scott.
I don't think it's his weight. He's not that big. Yeah. So.
I don't think so either. Rob Boswell is not first. Does that make him number 2? Rob Boswell is our official number 2 tonight, guys. Thank you. Thank you, Rob, for joining us. We got Mr. Gretzky, 9966 Hut. And we've got, that's just, I don't know what the 9966 means either. I mean, it could be.
That's Gretzky's number, 99 in the Edmonton Oilers and 66 for the Los Angeles Kings, maybe?
Probably. That means he skipped the Rangers? Because he played for the Rangers for a hot minute. I remember having the toy with the jersey.
I'm not the hugest hockey fan, so I may be wrong. I know that he was 99. I know that
he might have got to keep one of those numbers for the Rangers when he played with the Rangers. Let us know, Gretzky, if you're out there in the interwebs. Let's see who else we got. I think that's it. Everybody, no, we got I Love Disney and Comics saying hey. Let's see. We had Roger was holding up the show with some tacticular difficulties. We're glad you could make it. Let's see. We got Bill's here from Comic Mag Musings. Good to have you. C. Woodard's in the house, and I think they had a pre-recorded show on the last modern. He had to work or something going on, but it was still pretty good. Let's see. We got Unruly Simeon's in the house. Always glad to have you. What is hockey? Rob says. Well, Unruly, I tell you. First edition comics is here. Thank you, Paul. Glad to have you. All right. What do you say we kick this one off right off the old batteroo there, or we'll take a chip shot off the hockey stick? I don't know. It's a slap shot. We'll take a slap shot.
Slap shot.
But for the one timer, we're gonna go to Roger. Do you remember the name of our chat tonight there, Roger? Let's hear it. What's our team name?
The team name. Holy smokes.
Nope, that's not it. And for the quick pass over to Jambo, what's our team name tonight?
The Real Super Friends.
Okay, so just so you guys know, I kind of messed with you guys a little bit. So, but I think I put a different name in the title as I did in the card. So, sorry about that. The old switcheroo on you. So, but we'll get that fixed out for the replay.
It was something Super Friends, I think. Yeah, something.
I put the Real Super Friends, I think, in one, and the Fictional Super Friends in the other. So everyone's just completely confused, and I'm not too upset about it. So, all right. So what else we got? We got to talk about tonight's big old topic. Does anybody at all remember the topic for this evening? Anybody? All right. Roger says yes. Roger says yes. He remembers. So, Jambo, what's our topic tonight?
I knew that was going to happen.
Of course you
do. Roger, take it away.
All right, Roger wants to know Roger, what's the topic tonight, there, Roger?
Well, Bub came up with, I think it's a really good topic, by the way, Bub. I give you kudos for this one. and that is real life people that appear in comics or appeared in comics.
Yes, I love it. What a great topic. It was actually I have to give Jambo some credit, because when I asked if he was available this evening, he did say he was, and I asked him, well, what topic would you like? And he started up a real stinker. So because of that, I had to quickly change it, and this is how we ended. That was the evolution of our current topic. What do you think about that, Jambo?
Yeah, I don't think Roger would have liked the topic I came up with.
I was trying to spare him.
GGA. Roger, so yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah, I would have just said, hey, guys, have a great chat, because I don't have any of that.
So Bub was a little merciful tonight.
Yes, I thought I'd be nice to him. We got Silver Age Dave in the house. Jackson Roy Kirk is in the house, or you can just call him Jackson Roy Kirk if you'd like. Glad to have you all here. So yes, tonight we're going to be talking about real life people who have appeared in comics. I'll start it off because that's just the kind of host I am. We got, so everyone understands what the format is. Look out, Hulk. Hold on. Let me get him out of the way. All right. We got him. All right. So we got the Marvel Fumetti book, and you got all these real life people, except for that paper mache Hulk in the corner. You got all these real life people, editors and artists and writers working at Marvel, and of course Stan the Man in the middle. So great to have all these great people on this book, and of course they appear obviously there. And then of course we have the tragic goddess Marilyn Monroe, which were all these Pop Comics put out these unofficial biographies or unauthorized biographies, and they're all pretty cheesy. But pretty cool cover, and of course it's got Jumpin' Joe DiMaggio there in the bottom, so that you got a twofer on this one, at least on the cover. So there you go. So that's what we're talking about. And Marilyn Monroe, I don't know that she's been on too many comics as an actual character, so as opposed to just playing herself. So often, as it will be going through, we'll see a lot of these as they're just kind of themselves, as opposed to a fictionalized version of themselves. So, So it's just an interesting kind of two ways to look at it. So Roger's hot, and look at him. He's loaded. All right. What do you got there, Raj?
Well, I've got a good pile. I didn't pick ones with comic book creators because there's so many of those. So I try to stick outside that kind of niche, right? But I got over here to the right.
Are you trying to say I took the easy way out?
Hey, the shoe fits, buddy.
It rarely does. Go ahead.
Over here we have this comic, Billy the Kid. Obviously, that's based on William Bonney, right? William Bonney, yeah.
Yep. You're right.
Actually, his name is Henry something, I think. But anyway, a pretty infamous outlaw, robber, and so forth. And then we have, of course, everybody knows the great basketball player LeBron James. I almost forgot his name there. And on the back here is actually Nolan Ryan in another. These are promotional comics, and you'll see promotional comics have a lot, obviously, because they're promoting something, so they'll have celebrities, etc. And then all the way to the left, this is a real good one here. This one here, and I don't know. Let me see if I can get it all in the frame here. This actually has Franklin Delano Roosevelt, Albert Einstein, and Admiral Nimitz in here, because it's they go back into World War II, and to try to stop a plot by the Nazis, et cetera, et cetera. So this is really good, a really good treasury to have. If you like historical fiction, this is a really cool issue that way. So those are my three to start off, but I got a lot more.
I was hoping you did. There's a couple I'm thinking of in particular that I'm hoping you have that I do not have, that I'd like to have but don't. So I'm looking forward to that. I hope you've got some of those. So far, of the ones you've shown, I don't have any of them. I almost actually picked up that Nolan Ryan book about a couple of weeks ago, but they wanted $1 for it, and I just didn't want to come off the coin. So
It's definitely worth it. Let me tell you, it's definitely worth the buck. All right.
Oh yeah. Here we got Chaos and Comics is here. I apologize to the chat.
I love Bub forever.
Superman Muhammad Ali. We'll see if it makes an appearance. That's one of the ones I'm thinking of. All right, so I'll go ahead and take a turn. It's my turn. So here we go. I'm just kidding. Go on, Jambo. What do you got for us?
Come on, Jambo.
Well, I kind of went a different way. I was thinking of real life people that had been characters in comics and stuff like that. This was Tanya Roberts, the beautiful Tanya Roberts that was in the Sheena movie. Yeah, and it's a beautiful Gray Morrow cover. And I was thinking stuff like that. We had both copies of it. I have the regular size comic too.
I'll take a dozen.
Yeah, it's cool stuff. Got to meet her in person. What a doll, man. She was super nice too.
Wow,
very nice.
That's awesome. I'd like to. She's still alive.
Yeah. She was doing the 70s show or something like that for a while.
She was still in fine form at that point too. So who knows what she looks like now? But
yeah, probably not bad.
I would say not. Jackson Roy Kirk's a fan. What's the topic? Chaos says the topic is Bub is overrated. Now that can't be right.
That's always the topic. It's underlying at least.
Sheena, we had a question. I don't know if it was in this chat, but we were talking about Tanya Roberts in some chat I was in, and I kept saying that she was nude in Sheena, and everybody was like, no, it was Beastmaster. But I went back and checked the tape. It's both.
Yes.
It's both. It took
Bub
me
did his
over
homework.
6 hours between those two movies to confirm it. But after pausing, rewinding, and then checking the back of the DVD case, I can tell you it is both films. So
I remember back when those were on HBO. I must have watched those 100 times a piece.
There's no pause and rewind on HBO. Well, there might be now, but back then there wasn't.
There might be now.
No, there wasn't back then. You just had to catch it over and over again.
Yes. Which that's fine.
It's
all right.
The extremes of research that Bub will go to for, answering a question in a previous chat. Okay, that's the dedication that you're.
He is dedicated, isn't he?
Yeah.
Hey, I would do anything for you guys. I'd even turn it on Showtime and then turn the TV on Channel 3. See if I could get a little. Then try 2, and then you try 4, and see if you can get a little scramble going on there. But good stuff, good memories. I remember almost all of them. And we got let's see, Simon R is here. Thank you for joining us. So good to have all of you here. No problem, Steve. I'm here for the community. It's what I do. I'll show a book real quick. There you go. And let's see who else needs to.
That was quick, all right.
Here's Elvis on the cover of Crossfire and Rainbow. Nice Dave Stevens cover, but there's a there he is, king of rock and roll right there. And then go ahead and keep it with the Crossfire theme. We've got another Marilyn on the cover of Crossfire here.
Didn't you tell me that wasn't really Marilyn though?
That is not really Marilyn. No. Marilyn was an actual human being. This is just a piece of paper.
No, but even in the story, I think you said that wasn't really Marilyn. It was like
that's true. Yes, it turns out to be a Marilyn impersonator.
Okay.
But for the sake of the cover, I think it still counts.
All right. I mean, I'm trying to think that hey, I remember him talking about this and saying that this is not what it seems. So
yes, I'm so glad your memory suited well enough for this evening to recall how this barely fits the categorization of tonight's episode. But if you have any other further memory jogs, just give me a forewarning and I'll be sure to mute you.
Just keep it to yourself. And don't blab it out here,
Roger.
Yeah, keeping in the order that we began. You're next, Jambo.
All right. I have ISIS. And some of you might remember this from the Saturday morning cartoon.
ISIS.
It wasn't a cartoon. It's actually a live action
thing.
Yeah, see, there you go.
There she is.
Yeah, it was out at the same time as Shazam.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah, there was an hour of these,
yep.
and
ISIS Shazam hour, absolutely.
She was really cute, and therefore I watched this. And yeah, some of these were done by Wally Wood. So,
good stuff. My wife used to watch that show when she was a kid as well, and she that's the only like superhero-ish type show that she watched. That was it. And she remembers it though. She was like, "Oh, I remember ISIS. I didn't know that was a comic book. It makes sense." She doesn't really sound like that, but it works.
I hope not.
Yeah. Oh yeah. See, yeah, and that's the big Archer fan there. Chaos and Comics is Chaos. I've been watching Archer lately, based on your recommendation. I'm in season 2. It took a little while to get the rhythm of the comedy, but it's not bad. I'll take it. I've been enjoying it. All right, Roger, you're out of timeout. Go ahead.
All right. So I had to really tickle the old neurons for this one here.
Hey, this is a family show, Roger. We don't need any of that.
Yeah, right. Metaphorically speaking, anyway. So So in this issue, I don't know if you want me to show you, but
we're here. We might as well show something.
Okay, well, all right. Well, the interior is what I'm saying. Obviously you guys kind of remember, certainly Jambo would, that Nixon had a little snafu there called Watergate. So he left his post as president back in the 70s, and Vice President Gerald Ford took over, and there he is right there.
Oh, cool.
So that is from Brave and the Bold 121, by the way. And this is something I got recently. It's a newer comic. I actually won a prize in Genome Presents contest, in which I won the art, a sketch from Jared Albrecht, and this is his illustrated comic, Hamilton versus Burr. So
nice.
If you know your history about the duel, etc., but this is like a fictionalized werewolf takeoff from that. But Hamilton and Burr do appear in here as characters.
That's cool.
And actually, the art, Bub, I think you'd like it. It's very dynamic and very colorful. Just really for a modern comic, I thought it was very well done. Actually,
I'm excited about that. Hold that up again. I want to. Who printed that? Who put that out?
Jared Albrecht, and it's by. Let me see if I can get. Let me see if I can get the indicia here for you. And so this was not part of the prize. I bought this because Genome said it was pretty good, and it was $10 shipped. And it's on like this. What do you call this? Like parchment or onion paper? It's like the old. Where you.
What's it smell like?
Doesn't really have a smell. But they're the creators. Jared Albrecht again is the writer and the inker, but the artist is Nathaniel Niles. But Albrecht is also an artist, and he's the one who did the sketch. And look at the very bright colors, big layouts. For somebody like with my older vision, older eyes, this is actually pretty well done. And again, it's got the feel of like an older document, like parchment. Look at this here. There's I think that's Hamilton there versus the Burr werewolf. Anyway, so it's kind of an interesting little tidbit that I picked up a couple weeks ago.
I really like it. That looks cool. I'm down with that. I'm gonna try and find that.
Okay, I can send you the link to his. He's here in Alabama, so he sent it out like lickety split. I got it like in 3-4 days. So.
Oh wow. That's cool. So it's not, you don't think it's readily available like in a normal store or online foray?
No, I don't think so. I don't think so.
All right. Well, send me the info on that. I'm down to pick up one of that.
Sure will. Sure will.
Boy, isn't that true? Took out Hamilton, didn't he? Took forever though. Took forever to die of his wounds, didn't he?
Yeah. He took out like a tree and all kinds. It's an amazing little story.
They were drunk as hell.
Yeah, you're kidding me? They thought they were gonna die, man.
Oh man! All right, what else we got here? Who's up? Jambo, or
Sure.
Is it you or is it me?
I'm not sure. I lost track.
You've only showed things once, haven't you?
I think so. Yeah.
And I've shown twice.
We got something.
We're going with Jambo. Here we go.
Good old Bob Hope. This is the Adventures of Bob Hope. He was a comedian for you young people who don't know back in the day.
Well, technically, he was a comedian for everyone.
And so, yeah, there was a lot of them that they gave their own comics to. I mean, there was like Martin and Lewis had their own little run there, and Abbott and Costello. So,
yeah,
didn't have any of those guys. So I thought I'd show you a Bob Hope.
Laurel and Hardy had I think a one-shot DC one-shot.
You're right.
I couldn't find it though. I have it here somewhere. I could not find it. So.
I was digging for stuff. I couldn't find much, and I tell you, it's buried.
Well,
I had a little bit of good girl art.
It was a great topic. We'll just
glad I could help, Bill.
Yeah. Oh well, that's great. I was hoping somebody had some Bob Hope because I know there's that one, and like you said, somebody said Jerry Lewis too. Scott did.
Yeah.
And I know some of the Laurel and Hardys go back pretty good way. So
yeah,
there's some older Stooges too. I'll see if I can dig one out here after I go. I do have that one. I forgot to dig it out.
See, I was trying to stay away from the photo covers. I was trying to.
Yeah, me too. But
I was too.
Yeah, I didn't want to throw any Dale up. It would been too easy, So there's a billion Dale books that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, a great majority of them seems to be photo covers, really.
Yeah, especially in the '60s. Oh man, they were just everywhere.
Yeah. Rampant, as they say, rampant.
They're rampant.
Let's see. Who do we got? What's this fine gentleman? Oh, look at that guy. All right. Well, here's the book that's in the thumbnail there. And this is Real Life Comics, True Adventures of the World's Greatest Heroes. And this is the strange story of Rattlesnake Dick. You see that there? Real Life Comics, the strange story of Rattlesnake Dick. And we assume that it also has, look, Christopher Ludwig. Look, you see that? Are you focused in on Ludwig, or are you still just seeing Rattlesnake Dick? There you go. Christopher Ludwig. We got Emile Zola. And we have Baldy of the Snows. So, and that's not when Roger goes to Alaska for the vacation either. That's Baldy of the Snows.
I'm only semi-baldy of the snows.
Semi-baldy of the snows.
Maybe in 10 years I'll be there, but not yet.
Nice, I like it. Good stuff.
Oh man.
So you got Rattlesnake Dick here, and they even put a nice old rattlesnake with his tail, rattling. So there you go. Rattlesnake Dick. He was a well-known, nefarious character of the day. So there you go. In case you didn't know.
He might have been well known, but I do not know him.
You've never known Rattlesnake Dick?
I've never no.
Well, let me tell you, Roger.
No, I'm sorry. You don't have to tell me. All
right. Well,
spare me the gory details.
You can Google Rattlesnake Dick, but it's going to mess with your results for a while.
Yeah, I'll put that on my top million things to do before I die. Thank you.
Fantastico. All right. So we heard from Jambo and me, so we must be up to Jambo. No, okay. Roger, he's not in timeout anymore. He's been a good boy.
I have, okay. Somebody in the chat was talking about Alice Cooper, so I just happened to have Marvel Premiere number 50 with
Nice.
the very bizarre and odd, of course, which goes perfectly with Alice Cooper story in here. You know, I didn't know who Alice Cooper was when I picked this up because I wasn't into that type of music, you know. But when I looked it up, I was like, this is like the bizarrest issue I've ever read. It's like it's almost like a Rocky Horror Picture Show kind of, you know, it's just over the top veiled horror kind of stuff.
So was his concerts. I mean, they were that was the first concert I went to was Alice Cooper and AC/DC with Bon Scott opened up for him. So that tells you.
AC/DC opened up. Wow.
Yes.
That must have
Bon
been a heck of a
Scott
concert.
still alive.
Yeah. So
That was a way.
I saw Alice Cooper, and he split a show. So he did, I guess you could say he opened up, but really he was splitting like at Metarog and all wrestling and they were in the same place at the same time. Yep, there you go.
The rumors have started.
It doesn't take much around here, does it? I'm trying to remember who they Motley Crue. So it was Alice Cooper and Motley Crue shared a stage for a short tour. I don't know, maybe 5-6 years ago. And boy, I tell you what, Alice Cooper put on an amazing show. And really, just everything about it was perfect. Sounded great, looked great, everything was great. And Motley Crue was so drunk that they couldn't even I don't know who that one idiot is, but he couldn't even play the piano on his main riff, you know, the main for Home Sweet Home. What is that?
I was trying to think of it. Yeah.
Yes. And it opens up with this great piano, and he was so drunk he had to restart it like 3 times. And they finally just gave up and started singing over him. It was terrible. But Alice Cooper put on a show. So there you go. Go ahead, Roger. Continue.
No, that was it. I mean, I'm
all
just
right. Well, glad to hear from Roger. Jambo, what do you got? What do you got there?
I got something for Roger. Something for Roger, especially for you, Roger.
Wait a minute. Out of the way. I'm for it.
This is our girl right here, Linda.
Oh yes.
Because she was a real life person that.
Oh, absolutely.
Played Wonder Woman.
Still is. Yeah.
Still is a real life person.
Boy, poor Jambo's having a rough night, isn't he?
And we got a twofer on this one.
Don't we always?
4 for them.
Oh, Jambo, you walked right into that one.
I know it, man. I just love myself from just pitching them right to Bub. He's hitting them out of the park. Yeah, it's Adam West on this one with Linda Carter. So,
yeah, nice.
It was cool stuff. I like this artwork, man. It was really good. There was a girl by the name of Cat Staggs did the artwork for this.
Cat? C-A-T?
Cat C-A-T Staggs. And it was amazing.
Wow.
I need to get that Wonder Woman 77. That's a variant if I recall.
I think so. Yeah, it's like a trade. It's a little bit thicker. You can see there. It's a little bit thicker. And it's got some of the other stories there. So it's good stuff.
Diana Prince identity there to the to her right, our left. Cool. Very cool, Jim.
My left, her right.
Yeah. Well, whichever. It's on one side of her. That's what we know.
There you go. I knew that would bring her out.
Oh yeah. She's been out.
That was a freebie.
I like that. Thank you. Rockford Files.
There was a Rockford Files comic?
Surely not.
Maybe Adele, I guess.
What? Yeah, it had to be Adele. They would make a comic for anybody. About anybody.
BUB'S Comics, Dell.
BUB'S Comics, brought to you by Dell.
Yeah.
It's so crappy, even Gold Key didn't make a copy of it. It's just Dell.
Had it all Dell. It didn't even make it to the Gold Key era. Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't make her run, but there we go.
Sure you can. Look at that.
Yeah, there you go.
Try slow motion. All right, that's terrible.
That's
what do we got?
That's perfect, man. That's perfect.
Losing viewers by the minute.
Oh, we love
it. This went down into the dumps real quick.
Thanks, I appreciate you, Roger. Always. Who's next?
I don't know.
I think
You
it's me.
are. You are. Yes, you are.
All right, I'll show one real quick. There you go. You probably could see it.
Man, that was
Howard Z. Duck, number 13.
You stole mine.
Nice.
I jumped in on it as fast as I could. Now,
Yeah. You seen that, didn't you?
Yep. This is this Kiss? Is
Kiss, first appearance.
first full or cameo? I can't remember.
First full.
It's first full.
Cameo
Okay.
is what I have coming up here. So yeah.
Well, we'll be right to you in a minute. Just sit tight,
Yeah,
brother.
yeah.
We'll get right to you. So, first full appearance, of course, generally beats cameos. But in this case, actually, I believe it's the first cameo that tends to draw more money. That's why I have this one. So,
Oh man.
we're getting Adele. Yeah, I'm getting Adele comic made. Absolutely. Linda Carter and Gail Godot star in. Oh, goodness gracious. You bad boy. Shame on you.
They get the dance for that.
Kisses are blood mixed. Oh,
man.
goodness gracious.
Yeah,
Let's hope not. That's terrible.
That was that Marvel Super Special where they did actually mix blood in with the ink.
Why though?
Why? Because they're kissed. That's why.
Ugh. I don't want that in my collection.
I don't either. I had one, and when I found out, I got rid of it.
Mabuse Cast. Okay. Welcome. Speaking of Gold Key,
Hey.
I got around to reading any issues of the Boris Karloff Tales of Mystery. Yes, there are a ton of those Boris Karloff books. They really are. There's a nice long run of those, and they all feature Boris's beautiful face right on the cover.
I have a few. I'll see if I can find one.
Silver's got a couple of them there copies. All right, I've taken up my time. It's time. I'm so confused by the order because usually we go clockwise or counterclockwise, but in this case, we're going counterclockwise. So I think Roger is up next with that sad Howard the Duck display after being upstaged by the first full appearance. We have this whimpering cameo. But go ahead, Roger.
Yeah, since that was upstage, but that is indeed the first cameo of those gentlemen. But let's see if you guys know who appeared. Well, that's not it. It's this. Yeah, is that it?
Let's see if you know who appeared.
Trying to trick us, Roger.
I might have gotten the wrong one. Let me recheck that. Here we go.
All right.
You'll figure this one out.
That's David Letterman.
That's right.
I hope.
This was Assistant Editors Month, where they did this whole month across all titles. Well, almost all titles. They did all kinds of just wacky lampooning of everything, and homages, shall we say? But yeah, all kinds of odd stuff. And in this case, David Letterman interviews the Avengers, and notice how the little nuances here, how the faces are turned backwards. So they're facing away.
I never noticed that.
I hadn't either.
And notice the go-go check with the DC bullet here, but instead of DC, it says MC. For Marvel
dirty
Comics.
pool.
Very dirty pool. Yes, very dirty. Anyway,
That's
so
cool.
that again, Assistant Editors Month, they did all kinds of weird stuff like that.
Well, did you check on the Daredevil comic, or are we still having tacticular difficulties?
I have to. I'll after my round here, I'll go back and check it because I think I picked up the wrong one.
All right, we got Wonder Woman working on those difficulties for Roger, his tacticular difficulties. We'll switch over to our good buddy Jambo Comics here. What do you got there, brother?
Well, Scott asked for Elvira, so here you go, Scott.
There you go. One of my favorites.
Nice Dave Stevens there.
Yeah, I love that cover.
Elvira. Love that. This one wasn't bad either.
I like that. That's a Linsner, isn't it?
Yes, it's some of the new series.
Yes.
It's pretty cool, but yeah, this one trumps it.
I like them. I like all those books.
There you go, Scott.
I've got
Ask and ye shall receive.
That's how things work around here. I need to get some Elvira clips going on here. It's voice. Yes, absolutely. Grade A. So let's see. I remember listening to or watching a interview of hers, and they're asking her how the outfit came together, or rather didn't. And she said that I think she had said that she had to pick one out herself. She had to find that for herself because the outfit that they had originally given her was sleeveless and much more revealing.
Oh, wow.
And I guess when she was a kid or something, she had pulled down a pot of water on herself, boiling water. And she had got her arm. So she has some boil scars on her arm, some scalding. And so she didn't want to show that on camera. So she had to find her own outfit that had sleeves. So there you go.
Who's this, Bob?
Elvira.
The origin of Elvira's costume.
Elvira.
Yep.
Yeah, wow. That's interesting. I didn't know that. Interesting. Cool.
All right. So let's see who's up next. We got Jambo's No, wait. It should be me. I better beat Jambo to this because I think he's usually the one. There you go. Betty Page. Another Dave Stevens, who's made maybe his 5th or 6th appearance tonight with covers. So that should say something about how we feel about good old Dave Stevens art. So there's some Betty Page, and I'll show another Betty Page. This one's maybe my favorite cover.
That is a good one.
Also Dave Stevens. And we'll just show a few more. Look at that. And look at that. Just in case. He's got
You're taking them all. You're taking them all, bro.
That was my favorite, though.
Yes, Betty Page is a real person, Scott.
Yes, Betty Page. Well, she was a real person.
She was.
Well, I mean, she's still a real person. She's just no longer with us.
No longer with us.
She was here earlier, but Roger offended her. Yeah, I should have put a little bit more clothes on. She was just walked out. So.
Oh boy.
Look at all these great ones. Yes, Betty Page is real, and spread them out, Bub. I don't think I'm allowed to with the new YouTube guidelines. But
oh boy.
We'll give him a shot. Look out.
Look out, Wolvie.
This is almost turned into the good girl art.
That's them. Look at that. Hey. There you go. That's a win. Who asked for that? Jackson Roy Kirk? That'll be $5. You can do $4.99 if it makes you feel better about how much you've spent. All right.
It's a bargain.
Absolutely. Isn't it always? All right. Who's next? I feel like we haven't heard from Jambo in a while, so we'll go to Roger. All right. What do you got, Roger?
You're the master of misdirection, Bob. What can I say?
That's Mr. Direction to you.
Yeah, well, I stand corrected. So, okay, I found the Daredevil. It wasn't 134. It was 130.
That was nowhere near the books you were showing.
Yeah. So this is the 30-cent variant version. So because I didn't want to have to dig into my long box and short boxes here. So this has a gentleman called Uri Geller. All right.
Hey, are you? If you're gonna cuss Jambo, you got to do it in English. It's in his contract.
I believe he was an Israeli, if I remember correctly, and he was a mentalist.
Okay. A who?
A mentalist. He could bend spoons with his mind, supposedly, and things like that. So he actually has like a superpower that becomes beneficial here in this issue to defeat Mindwave. But he does appear in here, and he was indeed a real person.
Does he do it by bending a spoon?
I don't believe so. No.
Are you sure? Do you need to check that book again?
I haven't read that thing in 20 years, but I'm pretty sure it was not spoon bending that defeated Mindwave. It was something
well, that makes one of us. I don't know if Jambo's convinced, but I'm not.
But anyway, that's probably nobody remembers this guy unless you were watching, late night TV in the 70s. But definitely he was on a lot of like Johnny Carson shows like that, and he would bend spoons and move objects, things like that. So
hey, Werewolf by Lunchtime showed up, and also we had the Boy Who Had Seven. So now Boy Who Had Seven always says hello, but I don't think he stays very long. So maybe we can guilt him into staying a little longer tonight. Uri Geller, there you go. That's not too bad. And let's see.
Yeah, Joe, I know he was a fraud, but he was a real person.
He was a real fraud.
Power was real.
Yeah, he kind of used his thumb to bend those spoons, didn't he?
Yeah. I mean, obviously he was a fraud. I know that much, but he was a real person, though.
He was one of those genuine replicas. It still fits. Look, they're still watching. He's still watching the Rockford Files. Get out of there! All right, what do we got? We don't have any more time for your spoon benders. Who was that? Roger, we're out of time. Yeah, that was Jambo. What do you got there, brother?
Hey, I pulled Billy the Kid. Also, he was a real life person. William Bonney.
You taking to dinner first?
Yeah. I mean, I gotta watch what I say around here.
Put that back up there, Jambo. Put that back up there.
Anyway, yeah, you already had yours. So I got another real person, a real actor, Mr. Tim Holt.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
He was an actor back in the old Western days. And
hey, is that number 11? Is that Tim Holt 11?
It is 18. I wish it was 11. Yeah, that's the first Ghost Rider is number 11. Yeah, so, yeah, cool. This is number 18, unfortunately. But, yeah, he had some non-picture
Ghost Rider also. Keys. Bub knows his Ghost Rider keys. Got to give props for that. Yeah,
I'm impressed.
Yeah, even a different publisher in the whole bit, but that's the same character pretty much.
Yeah. Dick Ayers.
Yeah. Yep, Ayers brought him into existence. Yep.
Yes. Yeah. So, yeah, it was a real guy, a real actor, anyway. So
very nice. We love it. That's a fine choice. A fine choice, sir, if I do say so myself. And I don't speak for anyone else because Roger won't let me. Let's see. We got, yes, that's true. Female force line of female politicians. I don't have any of those comics. It's not that I don't like comics with female politicians. It's that I don't like female politicians with comics. Wait, is that right? I don't know.
Oh, man.
I'm good with all of them. All right, what do we got here? Oh, no, I'm showing my hand. Sorry, Roger. Oh, gosh. Is it my turn?
Yeah.
It is.
Yes.
All right, so the real reason for tonight's topic, of course.
Oh, geez.
Human Fly, Roger's favorite book.
Gosh. Oh, man. I was hoping that you would forget that this was a real guy, a real stunt man. And Daredevil. I was really
very
hoping
real.
that you would forget that.
With the blackest shark you've ever seen in your life. Look at that.
Man. Wow. Talk about my kryptonite right there, man. Oh, man.
The Human Fly. We don't even pronounce the H. He's so fly. He's just Human Fly. Look at that.
Amazing art. Look at that belt buckle or whatever that is in the center there.
Yes. Look at that. Yeah. That says it all. That's
Yeah, he has that cane scepter, even though he's like a daredevil who can, balance himself on wires, and yet he needs a cane scepter for some reason. It's ridiculous.
He's the king of stunts.
Absolutely.
He's the king of something, but I can't think of it right now. Of silliness, I would say. Yeah.
There you go. Human Fly. I'm going to get that. I'm not even going to send it to CGC. I'm going to send it to PGX. And I'm going to take the case open because it's real easy to do that with those. And then I'm going to crazy glue the case back shut. And then I'm going to send it to Roger. He's not getting in that for nothing. He's going to love it. I might even take a crayon and write 10.0 on it. So, oh, man. There you go. Good stuff. All right, Roger. What's your retaliation? There's Boris.
My retaliation is I wish I didn't have dinner before this show because now it's starting to come up on me. Yeah, there's Boris. There's the man himself, Boris Carr. This is a cool one actually because this is like a really thick compilation, square bound, and of course it is a photo cover. But I
was going to ask you, is that number one?
It's let me.
Or is
it's
it
weird because
annual or something?
Yeah, it's like I'll show you here. Hold on,
Roger. I found your preparation this evening to be lacking.
Well, you're probably right. But
This is the second or third time I've not been paying that close attention.
It does say number 1 there, right? It does say number 1, but I don't think this is the one of the regular series, if I remember correctly. I think that's another issue. So
I think the cover was from number 1, but yeah, they may have reproduced it into an annual or something.
Yeah, I'm thinking
did
this
some
it does
stuff
say, pin-up number 1.
A pin-up of Boris Karloff.
Who doesn't want that, right?
That'll stop any reproductions.
Yeah, you have Betty Page, I have Boris Karloff. So,
wow. I've never been so proud to have our collections be so different, Roger.
So different, yeah. I'm sure. I'm absolutely sure. I am absolutely sure.
Wow.
I also wanted to show this one here because this is a pretty cool little issue. When the Saturday Night Live crew starred alongside Spider-Man, and this is not one of those. This is not one of those assistant editors month. This is way before that. And they were, you can assume that they exist in the Marvel universe, and you even have spelled out their names up here: Dan Aykroyd, John Belushi, Jane Curtin, etc. So there's no doubt that those are them, not just imposters or whatever. So really cool little issue with John Belushi. How he had that character, that samurai character, and he actually takes on the Silver Samurai. That didn't go well for John Belushi, as you can imagine.
I don't remember that. I was going to ask you who won, but yeah.
Well,
spoilers, Roger.
Spoilers. It's a good thing Spider-Man was around, Jambo, because it got ugly real quick.
Wow.
Hey,
all right,
Titus, how you doing, buddy?
Jim Jambo. Let's hey, Kate Titus, getting the greetings from Demdare Japan. There's an echo. I don't hear an echo. Anybody else hear an echo? Echo?
I don't.
Echo?
I don't.
Echo? He's prepared with preparation H. Feel bad, Miss Piggy. Pin up in my locker when I was in the 7th grade now. You might still feel bad about that, Scott. I'm not a trained professional, but you may anytime you'd like to. Yep.
There. Sometimes, Scott, there's a little bit. Sometimes you're too honest, my friend. Those are kind of the things you want to keep to yourself. You know what I mean?
Oh, another sad late entry.
Yes.
Yeah.
But I do have a nice backup there. Woo! This is a homage to a Dave Stevens.
Yes. Who did that one?
That was Terry Dodson.
Good artist.
That's fair.
Good artist. Yes.
Yeah, very good artist.
Couple more. Betty Unbound.
Is she really unbound in that one? She looks pretty bound.
She looks unbound. I don't know.
She's not tied up.
See, the top's loose.
She's not tied up.
Okay.
Or anything.
Yeah, that one. She's at least untied or unstrung.
So yeah, I had some Betty Poole.
Hello.
Yeah.
She's a nice girl, Roger. See, she has wings.
Listen, I mean, I know that
She's a good girl.
She was like a big icon, for the soldiers and so forth, and obviously the military.
The military and the soldiers.
Well, you know what I mean. The military personnel, of the male persuasion, I'm assuming. So
very many other kinds of
morale, etc.
So she did her part for the war effort.
She did her part for the war effort. Yeah, we have to keep those guys, their morale up.
Thanks, Betty.
See what they're fighting for and the whole bit, amongst other things, of course. But
yes, can you imagine how many polka dot bikinis she got in the mail from servicemen? Like that must have been. She must have had a separate PO box just for those.
Who knows? Yeah, but I'm sure he was very popular with the guys in the Foot Lockers and having their pictures on their bunks and the whole bit. Yeah.
Does Betty Page fight? I've never actually read any of those. She
does actually.
She gets like in sticky situations. I know that.
Yeah.
Bub, behave.
Oh, Roger, get your mind out of the gutter. Shame on you, sir. Yeah. We're all looking at you, my friend.
I try very hard to get my mind out of the gutter, and you keep trying to drag it into it.
It wasn't me. Wasn't me this time.
No, it wasn't you. Yeah, Mr. Innuendo over here. No. Oh, man. What have I gotten myself into here?
So innocent.
Lord forgive me.
Faces comic chat. So who's up? Was that who just went?
Me.
That was Jim.
I'll go again.
It's my turn. Is it?
Hey.
I think it's
Sure.
Hey.
Go.
All right.
If you say so.
I have a very, very special one this time. So I'll give you the warm and fuzzies, I promise. Here we got the amazing adventures of Superior Sam, and this includes not only of course our good friend of the show and to the greater YouTube community, Chris Barkham, but also it has a character in here named Silas, who was based on a real young man that he met, and he actually put him in there, and then he actually had him sign. So that's the little kid's signature there of Silas' signature. Roger, you don't have one of these, do you?
Yes, I do.
Well, shame on you for not showing it. Okay, who's next? That's a good one, though, right? You didn't expect that one.
That is a good one.
I didn't even think of that one. That's a good one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good
That was a real
outside-the-box
person.
thinking there. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Here you are. Got your mind in the gutter, Roger. And here I am serving the
Yeah.
community.
Yeah. 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 You're right. You're right.
All right. Who do we got next? Oh, Roger with the redeeming book. Let's see what he's got. Some more werewolves.
You know, it's interesting that you use the word redeeming because I got the man himself here who have to pray for extra tonight after this show.
I am redeemed. I am redeemed.
But definitely, even though, you know, obviously many people don't believe in his divinity, but certainly you can't deny he was a historical character. There's, you know, many tomes over wide ranges of beliefs that show that he did exist. And,
yes.
And certainly he was a historical personage. So anyway, so this is the story of Jesus. Actually, it's a pretty thick special edition from Classics Illustrated that goes through from his birth through his death and resurrection. And actually, really nice little art in there, by the way. Do you know who did it? Or? I don't know, and they don't have credits, right? But it kind of has that. How can I say it? It kind of has that like throwback kind of art, you know, like it's not like super detailed. It's almost like you would like it was done like maybe not on flat paper, you know, like you know how they didn't have a way of making it totally flat like pulpy.
Yeah,
it was very, and this is like a painted cover too. And there's actually different versions of this. There's different covers. Night Tiger has another version of this. But that is my next one. And thank the Lord that you exist with me on this show, or else I'd be like going down in the dumps even quicker.
Good stuff. I like that. What a fantastic entry. I tell you, after my heartfelt entry and Roger's soul felt entry, we go on to Jambo. Let's see what he's got in the bottom of the hour here.
Jesus, I had to keep it kind of on the up and up here. So we just got some Star Trek. This was Gold Key. Sorry about the crappy bag, but
all right, Roger. Let's see what you've got to show us for the.
Oh boy!
Oh, go for it. I like that one.
A lot of different publishers.
Is that painted or is that a photo cover?
Yeah. No, it's just a drawn cover.
Wow, that's pretty impressive. That's a newer one, isn't it?
Yeah, it's IDW #1.
Looks pretty good.
And we got Marvel's version. I think everybody had a version of Star Trek. It seemed like this is from the
Dark Horse had them, right? DC had them.
Mm-hmm.
Dell had them.
Gold Key.
Movie
Gold Key.
adaptation.
I don't think Charles.
I don't think it was a movie adaptation. I think that's when I don't think you're allowed to like go to China and buy a movie and bring it home with you. 21 grand. I don't think that's how. I believe it's an adaptation there.
Adaptation. Yes. Yeah, these guys had them first, though, Gold Key. So
oh, man.
then I thought I'd show you a drawn. They had a lot of photo covers, but I didn't want to throw up a photo cover. So
Captain Kurt was definitely a sinner. We're all sinners, Tat. That's just the long and the short of it.
He was a loving kind of guy.
He was very loving. Yeah, and not always in his own species either.
Yes, he spread love throughout the galaxy.
Throughout the galaxy, yes. Mm-hmm.
Good old Captain Kirk.
That's nice. Hey, look, we got John's Comics with Kids here. Everybody is just coming out tonight to support us and say hello. Jackson Roy Kirk still hiding. I want my $2. Look, he's still hiding. He's out there.
Seed the universe.
Yeah. Gomez, comic collector. Boy, you guys are just rolling in here. Thank you so much.
How you doing,
Bruce Ray? Dave shared this video, so that brought an extra 4 people here. We appreciate you all for being here.
And Brett Bottomley is in here. Cool.
Who?
I remember him from,
yeah. There we go.
Silver Age Dave's streams. Cool.
More interesting comic history. I can believe that.
Yeah, I mean.
All right, so who's next? I guess me, but I ain't got no more. I'm out. I think that's my stack anyway. I'm sticking to it. Anybody have any more? I'll take a pass.
I got a couple more.
Yeah, I got a couple more.
All right. Anyone else have any good ones? Let's go to Roger. Yeah, more of that.
Hey.
Oh crap.
You're rude. That be rude. Well, here, this is an interesting comic. This is another.
We'll be the judge of that, Roger.
Oh, yeah, that's true enough. And one of those comics that I really speaks to me. I mean, metaphorically, all right, because it.
Have you tried? Have you listened? Open. Look at that. Look, we need
like the son of Sam. All right. Oh, look, there we go.
Right,
there you go.
Musings in the house, and we have a request for the lady herself.
Oh boy.
Absolutely,
Bill.
All day long. That's $1 a piece, folks. You won't find a better value on YouTube at this fine hour. There it is. All right, Roger. I know that I'm supposed to be turning it back to you, but I'm having a hard time.
Yeah.
All right. There you go.
Yeah.
Anyway, Scott, we had the Kiss comic earlier. Well, Kiss was in Howard the Duck. But yeah, no straight Kiss comics. Yeah, all right, go for it. Story of Light. I really want to hear about this, Roger. Let's hear it.
All right. So again, I like these type of comics. They do have recurring characters. They're very, obscure, which is my speed, as you know. And they were giveaways from General Electric, trying to educate people back I think they started in the late 40s, maybe early 50s, all the way through the 60s, where electricity, was kind of novel back then. Not everybody had it, and they were trying to sell people that it was safe and et cetera, et cetera. And so here they have a lot of the pioneers from as far as electricity, light. You have Tesla in there. You have Watt in there. Who else is in there?
Wait, you have Watt?
James Watt.
You have Watt?
Okay. Anyway. So this was educating the consumer about the product that they were selling, which is power, light, etc., so that they would feel comfortable to have that in their homes. And again, throughout you can see each one of these characters has like a little bit in there where they talk about the invention and how it came about and how it's actually something that is advancing society, et cetera, et cetera. And there's lots of these. There's variants of these. I have 2. I think I'm missing one of them, but it's something that I just love to collect because it's historical, it's factual, and it's just. And oh, by the way, these are.
And it's so satisfactual.
And also satisfactual. There you go. And these have these are all newsprint. They're cheaply made, so to find one that is still on the staples is not easy. And melts like butter. Yeah, melts like butter. So.
That's great. I love it. Next up, we have Jambo's Comics.
I got a couple of historical figures since Roger was going that way.
Rubber. Another great GE book. This one is it shows Christopher. I'm just messing with you, Jambo. This one shows. I think it's got Christopher Columbus and B.F. Goodrich. Of course, the tire fellow, right? So the Wonder Book of Rubber. I'm sure Roger, do you have any rubbers in your cave of gratitude?
I have that comic, yes.
Why you say it like that?
What do you mean when I say like that? I have that comic. I have it as well. I mean, I have, a copy of it.
Do you have, how many rubbers do you have in your cave of gratitude?
Well, it's made of newsprint.
No, aren't there multiples of this one? Because I know in one of them the planes turn like the opposite way. It has like 4 or 5 prints.
Yeah.
And each
prints,
one, the cover is just a little bit different. I think one's completely different. A later print, they completely changed the cover, but otherwise they changed around, which is so odd. Like, why would you even take the time to do that? But they changed around the configuration of all these, whatever rubber using apparatus. So
yeah, there are different versions of it, like you said, depending on the year that it was published. But
so
mine is different. No, I only have one, but it's a different cover than that one.
Okay, I was just checking. What's wrong? Everybody's just making noises in the background. I don't trust you guys one bit, not one bit. All right, Jambo, what do you got there, brother?
Well, like I said, a couple of historical figures I picked out for you tonight, Bub. The good old Barbie twins.
I got that one. Oh, I should have
real people. Yeah.
Son of a gun.
Real twins, real life.
Well, not all of them were real.
They were alive. Let's put it that way.
They were alive. They existed.
They might still be. I don't know. And we got this one for you too. Beautiful Irish McCullough, who played Sheena in the original TV series.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
The Jungle.
Yeah, they used to say McCullough make you holla. Yeah.
I heard that. Yeah. So anyway, I thought you'd like the Barbie twins there.
I do like the Barbie twins there or anywhere else, really.
Oh boy, Bub.
Let's see. What else we got? Hey, look, Alice Big Blues in the house. We're Kentucky strong tonight, aren't we, fellas?
Represent.
And so here, I'll show one real quick. I don't think Roger's quite ready. He's still looking through books to find significance. But here's the Barbie Twins Adventures, #1. Wait.
There you go.
Do you not have this book, Jambo?
I don't have that one, no.
You don't have this one?
No.
Sorry.
Yeah.
So which one do you have? Do you have #1?
It's a #1, yeah.
Yeah. So open that up. Take it out of the bag.
Is that the back cover?
It is the back cover.
Ah, you're sneaky.
Flip book.
I knew Bub was leading you down a trap there. I just knew it.
That's right. Never trust a pathway lined with Reese's Pieces. The government's coming to do an autopsy.
Coming to get you.
That one.
There it is. All right. Well, we already teased Roger's big reveal, so let's go ahead and skip him and see what else Jambo has. Oh, sorry. No, Roger, what do you got there? I could never guess what this is. Go for it.
Oh, man. Now, you had the human fly, right? So I figured I had to show a real stuntman.
What?
And he was real. Human fly was real. Don't get me wrong, right? But
Like,
really,
I've got you wrong.
How many people have heard of the human fly? Before the comic, as opposed to Evel Knievel, who tried to jump the Grand Canyon, the fountains of what do you call that place in Las Vegas?
Caesar's Palace.
Caesar's Palace. Thank you. Yes. And his son Robbie Knievel followed his footsteps. Was even perhaps a better dare.
Did he get wet in the fountain?
No, but it didn't go as planned necessarily either.
Yeah, Evil's didn't turn out too well. I think Robbie made it, right?
Robbie made it. Yeah, Robbie made it. He said that he was doing it because his dad was so close, but he didn't quite make it. So he did it, to show that it could be done, and he did do it, no problem. So, but this is a guy, he had action figures, he had TV specials. He was an incredible.
Look at this hot take Jackson Roy Kirk's got for you.
Oh yeah. Oh man, these guys are just. they're like they're unforgiving. You know, I mean,
Those are hey,
They're
them's
never going to let you
fighting
get
words.
rid of that,
they're
Roger.
never gonna let me get over that. I mean,
Jackson
I'm
Roy
gonna
Kirk, them's fighting words in the cave of gratitude. Just better watch it. Nova
Hey,
Man.
Nova Man, how you doing?
Hey,
So
Nova
anyway,
Man.
this was a comic. Actually, this was A-OK to me from the king of comicdom himself, Lawrence, because he knew, you know, how much I wanted one of these. Silver Age Dave has several in his place, and
Yeah, but he's not
again,
sure about that. He's
I think
No,
Silver Age
I
Dave still has the action figure too. So
Still
yeah, I
does,
used to have
still
one.
Ray Dave's got a ton
Yeah.
of evil. He loves
Yeah.
Evil Knievel, and which who
Yeah.
didn't really?
Oh,
I
they
mean,
were cool.
he
Yeah.
didn't.
yeah. But I know that Silver Age Dave's theory behind collecting is always the same. If he thinks he might have it, better be sure and buy 3 more. So
Yeah. Yeah.
just
Yeah,
go
that's
ahead.
why he has like 5 Marvel stamp books and
Oh, yeah.
5 Hulk 181s and who knows how many Marvel Spotlight 5s. Yeah, that's the way he rolls. You know, that's just the
how
way
he rolls.
Yeah.
Good stuff. Who wouldn't want to have that in there? That's a great collection.
Oh, fabulous collection, man, fabulous. So anyway, so that's that. He definitely was a real person. I almost met him once, but didn't quite make it. He came down
Did
to
you end up
Miami
at
for
the
some
fountain
kind
too?
of. No, no, he came down to Miami for some kind of promotional thing, and I think my mother was sick or something. We couldn't go, but I almost met him.
Ah,
Mm.
that's a great story, Roger.
Yeah, almost. If it would have happened, it would have been a great story, right? But no, it never did.
Hey, I'll give you the benefit of the doubt.
So close.
Yeah, so close, so close. I saw him on TV.
Another near miss.
I saw him on TV, on local TV. I don't know if that counts, but
There you go.
Well, how local was the TV? If it was in your lap or something, I'd say that's close enough.
on my dresser probably.
Yeah.
So.
All right. Well, we got Jambo's over here. Hold on. He's saving us. He's saving us.
Nothing. Just a couple of westerns. This is another western guy. Sunset Carson.
Cool.
He was an actual actor.
Is that C. Woodard?
Yes.
Sunset Carson.
That's him.
That might have been his his grandfather, maybe.
Yes.
We don't know how great he was. I
Would be a
never.
relative.
Well, you know, it might have been just his grandfather, you know.
And this guy, he used to be on Saturday mornings before Bugs Bunny. I used to have to suffer through his TV shows before I got to watch Bugs Bunny.
Rocky Lane.
Alan Rocky Lane. Yep.
That's not the same guy who voiced Mr. Ed, was it?
I don't think so. I could be wrong. I don't think so.
That's a good one.
But yeah, they had a lot of cowboy
Yeah,
stuff.
we had Bob Hope on there. We didn't have any Jerry Lewis yet.
No, I don't have any Jerry Lewis. I don't think.
Yeah, I don't have any. Yeah, I don't have any Jerry Lewis.
Anybody got any Jim Carrey? It's pretty close.
A mask, maybe. Yeah,
No,
I found it.
Mask comic somewhere around here.
no, I don't think I do. I don't think I do. I used to have a Bob
Jimmy
Hope,
Stewart.
but, couldn't find it.
Hey, look
Jimmy
at that.
Stewart.
Hold on. Let me
Kinda
find
funny.
it. There you go.
Real
I like
American.
that, especially where it says his name right on it, James Stewart. So you can't miss it.
In case you're confused. Yeah.
Yeah.
Fawcett movie comic. Wow, I've never seen that one before. That's cool.
Yeah.
Those Fawcett movie comics, there's only about 5 or 6 of them, I think.
Yeah, they didn't do too many. They weren't like
Very
Dale.
short run.
Dale
And they're
cranked out a
all-
comic for every movie ever made.
And they're all completely forgettable movies.
Yes.
All
I mean,
of them
why?
are stinkers of the day and
I've
stinkers
never
of
seen
the
that
day.
movie, so yeah.
Well, I guess Fawcett couldn't get the top line stuff, so they just settled for whatever.
Oh, yeah.
President Obama. Oh yeah, he was in the Spider-Man.
Yeah, I sold my copy of that recently. It was like an 8
Yeah,
printing though, so it wasn't a big deal.
yeah, up 10 of them. Yeah, I
I bought it for $1 and I overpaid, so I sold it for $1. And
Yeah, I don't have one. Yeah, that was
Considered
too new,
yourself
too new for
lucky.
me.
passed along the good
Considered
fortune.
myself lucky. Yeah, that was too new for me, so I don't.
Oh, yeah.
I
What
don't
Jambo
have it
showing
either.
there? Oh, some more Batman.
just
We're
another
scraping
one
the
of-
bottom of the barrel here. All
Yeah,
right.
just that.
Good stuff. Well, guys, what do you say we wrap it up for this evening?
Yeah.
I gotta go park the dog or whatever Roger says. And
You got a dog?
huh?
You got a dog to park?
That's a sore
That's a
tie.
bad. Yeah.
I used to, Roger. So it's been a long day though. Let's see. We got what's that?
Oh boy.
Roger's getting a visitor.
Here she comes.
There she comes.
Hey.
Oh, she's coming for him. It's time to go, Roger. Time to go park the dog. All right. Well, go ahead. What do you got coming up on your channel and or the 17 channels you'll be appearing on in the next 72 hours? Roger.
Yeah, I got a busy weekend actually. I got graders notes on Thursday.
Roger.
And we actually have a competition going on, and Wednesday is the last day for graders.
Is a competition for the longest winded grader?
Well, it's the
I cast my vote now.
We are actually going to be looking at all the entries and deciding on a winner on Wednesday night or Thursday. And then on Saturday, I think First Edition is having his birthday bash.
Ooh.
And he's going to have like just a great show. Some kind of awesome giveaway that's so awesome he can't even tell us what it is. So everybody should definitely show up and support Paul then. And on Sunday, I'm actually going to be doing a show on my channel regarding treasuries, and with a great panel, including one gentleman who I believe has never been on a live stream and has perhaps the greatest collection on YouTube.
Now, Roger, you're making me blush.
So I said there's never been in a live stream. That means you're out. Okay?
No faces.
But Lawrence King of Comicdom is going to be on there. J Hood Creative is going to be on there. Shannon, Solid 4-string Bottomman is going to be on there. Myself and this other gentleman, if he can make it, will also be on there.
And what's the theme of that one?
Treasury editions, all kinds of treasury editions.
How come I wasn't invited to that? I've got a pretty sizable treasury collection there, Roger.
Okay, I'll send you a link. No problem.
I'll consider attending.
Maybe we can get Silver Age Dave on there if he's available. I don't know. We'll see.
I'm going to do a special. I'm going to do something real special for you, Roger. I'm going to bury one about an inch deep in the backyard, and I'm going to call it BUB'S Buried Treasures.
Oh boy! And then tomorrow I'm finishing up.
Oh, you're still going? Hold on. I'll make you big again. All right, go ahead.
Oh, sorry. Just real quick. Tomorrow I'm finishing.
He's got a lot of stuff. He's a busy guy.
This week is going to be busy. Tomorrow I'm finishing up my Master of Kung Fu series with all of the Deadly Hands of Kung Fu magazine and all his crossovers, and that's it. Okay. And Thursday, of course, we have the roundup as usual.
All right, sounds good. All right, I think Roger's done. He'll let us know if he's not. Jambo, you got anything coming up on your channel?
I picked up a few more Thor. I'm gonna put in my personal collection. I got from a guy that was getting rid of some out of his collection. Some of them are improvements over some I have already. So yeah, I'll be showing those and some unboxings. I got a couple unboxings I'm going to do this week. So
I would like to officially call dibs on all your downgrade copies.
Okay.
If it's going in your collection, I'm sure I want it in mine.
Oh, heck, I was going to say the same thing. Oh, well.
Well, once again, Roger's late to the party.
Too late to party. Well, I'd rather you have them, actually. I have a pretty sizable Thor collection, but I'm missing a few issues here and there.
Oh, did you say Thor? I didn't hear that part. I'm good. You know.
Oh, you're kidding me? That's a. I mean, he picked up like these Burn X-Men for like $1 or $2 or something.
Oh wow.
Oh yeah, they were cheap, and I couldn't believe it.
I can't find them for $20. You know, and this guy got it for
X-Men collectors are rabid.
Oh my gosh, I'm telling you. So yeah, great videos at Jambo here this past week.
I appreciate it, man. Yeah, appreciate you looking at them.
I'm looking forward to seeing what you've got. I have no Thor in my collection. I don't think I have a single. Well, I do. I have
time to change that, man.
I've got Beta Ray Bill's run, a little mini run. So I have a few, but none I would call traditional Thor books where Thor's sitting on the cover wielding his hammer and his golden floxed hair. So I don't have too much of that.
Winged helmet.
Yes, that'd be nice to have an old winged helmet one. Any kind of Kirby Thor would be nice. I have one Kirby Thor, and I do like it, but I would take any kind of Kirby Thor. I think that would be cool.
Yeah, anything pre 178 or something is called Kirby. So
that sounds good. Yeah. Well, it looks like we've got it all figured out. We've rated poor Jambo's collection before he even has the haul.
He hasn't even gotten it in the mail yet, and it's already like out the door.
Great stuff. All right, everybody. It's anything else, Jambo? I don't want to.
No, that's about it. I mean, just a couple videos up this week, so just keep your eyes out, and you're looking for them.
All right, good deal. I usually keep my eyes in, but now that you've mentioned it, I'll make a point.
Keep your peepers in their own orbs.
Keep your peepers out. I don't really have too much going on this week. I've got a couple of more hauls to display. Jimmy the Geek Aficionado sent me an AOK like 3 weeks ago, and I still haven't put that up in the haul yet. I wasn't sure how many of those covers I should even show. So I've culled them down to about six or five, actually, that I'm going to show. And then the rest are just going to disappear. And then I've got another haul, and then I've got a big, huge Grail book coming that I may do a live unboxing for, and then I'll just show it off. Nice. When I do those unboxings, I usually just do an unboxing, and then I'll also show it in the haul. That way, if you miss the unboxing, that's fine. And depending on how much everybody has a good time, sometimes I even delete those unboxings. So,
wow,
and save them for the private collection. So, there you go. That's all I really have coming up on my channel. More hauls and fun stuff, and of course this fine educational program every week on the week, except for when we don't have it for the week. But that's rare. I think we've only missed a handful, literally. I'd say less than 5 over the course of our apparent 2 years. Roger, did you finish your homework assignment?
Yeah, I think it is 2 years. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's 2 years in July. I'm looking back at your videos here, and I'm pretty sure that's when it started. Yep.
All right.
You guys do a great job. I look forward to it every week.
I got to tell you.
Really
well, thank you, Jambo. I appreciate that because
thank you.
Bub is the brainchild of this kooky show, and we since we didn't show our faces at the beginning, he said, well, let's put together this trio, and I was very honored at the time because I was like
at the time, he says.
Yeah, at the time
I was honored at the time.
I was honored.
Little did he know.
Now I sometimes question the wisdom of that decision, but no, just kidding.
So how many people have actually shown their faces on the No Faces chat?
No,
we had the guy a few weeks ago. I don't remember who that was now.
Steve. Yeah, Steve had a hard time.
Having technical difficulties.
Between face and crotch shots. Yeah. And then his camera crapped out, and then he wouldn't return my calls. So I don't know what to make of any of that.
Yeah, we gotta get Steve back on.
You gotta do a blooper reel, Bub.
Yeah, I know it. Look, Nomad says he has books from my LCS. You guys
just watch every Monday, Jambo. It's all one big blooper reel.
Yeah, that's true. No, Imagine you need to hit me up on Instagram or something when you're in my neck of the woods. I work just a few quarter mile, maybe a mile down from the LCS. So when you're down there, I'll come meet you down there and I'll let you buy me a book. All right, let's see what. Oh man. All right, everybody. Well, I want to thank most of you for being here this evening, and some of you, I'm not sure. We should have. Oh, look out! Oh, Betty. Did you see that? My goodness. All right, I can't decide what to end with. Maybe we'll end with this. We never did find out whether Roger had more rubbers than me in his cave of gratitude, but I'm sure that he has at least this one or a similar variant. So we'll end with this one. Thank you all for joining us. Roger wants to tell you to be blessed and be back. Jambo says, what does he say? He says, thanks for collecting and don't take any wooden nickels. And what does he say?
That's it. Jambo out.
Jambo out. Yes. And collect what you want to collect unless you're after what I want to collect, in which case I hope I beat you to it. Something like that. And I always say to read a comic, even if it's one like this, a bunch of rubber propaganda. Read your propaganda, and always don't apologize for the glare. Bye-bye. Roger, get your glare. Roger.
Oh, glare.
Roger, he's already parking the dog.